So tonight I'm going to be making the caramelized apple bacon pizza. It's in the new Season's Best Recipe Collections book. I'm going to go ahead and get the bacon started in the 12-inch nonstick stainless pan. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started here on the stove. Okay, there we go. We'll get that started and then we'll get everything else ready. All right, so for this one, you can use a prepared pizza crust mix if you want. I usually make my own instead of the canned. Yesterday I used the canned because that's all that I had. But I really kind of prefer to make my own. So there's a 5-minute dough recipe that is on my website that's really good. It's really easy. It's a cup and a half of flour. In fact, I'll just go ahead and put it together. So it's a cup and a half of all-purpose flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. And you guys can find this recipe on my website. It's just called the 5-minute dough. So I'm just going to kind of mix that together first. And then we're going to add in, hang on, I've got it over here. It's a cup of Greek yogurt. So we're going to put in a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm trying something different here. I actually took some of my homemade pesto to add into the Greek yogurt mixture just to give the dough a little bit of a different flavor. And I didn't quite have enough, you guys are gonna laugh, I didn't quite have enough of my Greek yogurt, and I didn't feel like going to the store. So I added in a little bit of sour cream because I know you can swap out sour cream with Greek yogurt, so I'm hoping that you can do the opposite and swap out sour cream for Greek yogurt when it calls for Greek yogurt. So we'll see. Like I said, first time I'm doing this recipe. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and mix all that up together, and I think that's it. So I'm gonna mix all this up together, and it does kind of make a sticky dough. And we'll go ahead and knead it out here in just a minute. And for this recipe, I am gonna go ahead and par cook the dough a little bit. So one thing that I want to give you guys just a little hint of what you can do at home is if you want to make like pre-made little crust for pizzas, for snacks, for kids, or you know, just little personal sized pizzas for dinner, you know, where everybody gets to top their own. You can make your own crust just like this and par cook them for about 7 minutes. And then put them in the freezer. Let them cool, stick them in the freezer. And then when you're ready to make one of my dogs has a lot to say here. When you're ready to make your pizza, all you gotta do is take those out and you have these little par-cooked crusts ready to go. So let's finish mixing this up really good. And then I'm gonna turn this out and show you guys what it looks like. We're gonna knead it just a bit. So if you're just joining me, I have the bacon cooking on the stovetop. This is the caramelized apple bacon pizza that we're gonna be making. I'm gonna scrape the rest of this off here. Get all that yumminess in here. And I added pesto to my mix. I have a homemade pesto that I make in the blender. And I just added that to the mix, so that it just gives the crust a little bit of a different flavor. I'm going to use the flour sugar shaker. Now this is the older model. We have the newer ones are metal, but I'm going to go ahead and use this on here just so that it doesn't stick. I'm already using this cutting board, so I figured to make that easy. All right, so here's our dough. And this today is going to feature the new my words are not coming out today. The new white round stone that we came out with is what I'm going to be doing this on. Put it over there. I'm going to put just a tiny bit on the top so that when I go to knead it, it doesn't get too much on my hands. There we go. So the bacon's cooking. We're gonna get the apples ready. And we're gonna get this par cooking as well while we're finishing getting the rest of the ingredients that are gonna go on the top. So let's get this all ready to go. Goodness. Sorry, I have a puppy that has a lot to say today. I'm not quite sure what. Okay, so there's our dough. All right, let me grab a towel. Hang on just 1 second. Actually, let me just wash my hands. So have you guys ever had a caramelized apple bacon pizza? I'm wondering. All right, so there's our new brown stone. I'm gonna get the smaller of the little dough things. So this is the new one. It's got this beautiful matte finish on there, and it's deeper than our other one. It's also a little bit smaller than our other one, just a tiny bit. So if you're doing anything that produces a juice, or if you wanna make something kind of more of a deep dish, you can do that in here. I am gonna spray it with a little bit of oil because I've only used this once. Ooh. All right, I just popped my top. Oh, there it is. Nope, I just popped my top off. All right, hang on a minute. Let me find where my top is because you know my dogs will eat it. All right, let me grab another one. Hold on. Because you guys know I have several of these. I don't know where that little top just went. See, anything goes in my kitchen as well. All right, so let me pump this one up. So I'm going to spray the pan just a little bit because I have not used this one but just once or twice, so it hasn't started to create that glaze on there. So the kitchen spritzer is a great replacement for any of your non-stick sprays, but without all the chemical additives that the cans have, because you can put your own oil in there. This one's vegetable oil. The other one that I had was olive oil, which is the one that I prefer to use. Hang on, we got to flip this bacon over. Actually, not yet. Okay. Get our dough in here. I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle it again with just a little bit of flour. And then use the dough and pizza roller to go ahead and get this all spread out. Now, I've already got the oven preheated to 450 because, like I said, we're going to just par cook this for just a few minutes. You can also, if you really want to cheat, you can do this on a pizza crust that's already made. Sprinkle a little bit more. And then this recipe would come together really fast. Now this is a really budget-friendly recipe as well, guys. And again, it pretty much uses all the ingredients that you have. The pizza crust is easy to make because you pretty much probably have flour in your house already. And the thing that I love about this smaller dough and pizza roller is two things. We always tend to hold stuff like this, right? So you've got that little anchor for your finger. And then, as I get closer to the sides, I can flip this dough and pizza roller around to this side, the smaller side, that has, if you look at it, it kind of has a little bit of a curve to it. And I can get it all the way to the edge without it bumping into the side. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So I started to do all of this before I came on video with you guys, but then I kind of figured you guys might want to see it literally from start to finish. So let's roll the dough all the way out, all the way to the edge. Kind of want to make it look a little uniform here. All right, there we go. Okay, so here's our pizza crust. Mash that down. Okay, ta-da! There's our pizza crust. I'm gonna go ahead and put it in the oven. Alexa, set the timer for 7 minutes. Now, like I said, on the stove,
Starting now.
I've already have the bacon that's started. I do need to go ahead and flip this over So what we're doing in the pan here is we're cooking the bacon first, and then after we cook the bacon, we're gonna throw in the apples and the onions. So that's what we're gonna get ready now. Oh, and I gotta show you guys this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll take y'all over there in a second and show you guys. This is the splatter screen, and y'all, I swear this thing does not get enough love. I love the splatter screen because like I'm getting ready to put it on there for the bacon. It has a little spot for the handle. It has silicone handles here so that you can, if you need to flip things over, you can turn it just one side at a time. But it definitely keeps your stovetop a little bit cleaner. Here, I'll take you guys over here and show you for a second. There we go, you see? So I've got it on top. So when I'm ready to flip something over, I can just grab one side of it and flip, or the other side of it and flip. So we have our bacon that's cooking there. Okay, so now we got to get the rest of our stuff ready, which includes the apples. So for the apples, use the same cutting board. I'm going to use the core first, and so the core has a mechanism to be able to pop out the core, and it's got little teeth. So you literally just twist, pull it out, and there's the core, and you're done. Let's look, I still have its sticker on there. Let's pull that off. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Twist. And I'll give you guys a little hint with this as well. You can use the apple core for things like pumpkins, believe it or not. If you do this with smaller pumpkins and then core hole, then you can put a candle in it, and it's really pretty. You can do the same thing with pears as well. So we'll cut these in half so that we can run them through. Look at this. All the seeds are gone. Another little hint for you is you can take, if you're fixing food for kiddos to take to school, take your apples that you cut and put them in Sprite instead of lemon juice, and it'll prevent them from turning brown, because like who likes to eat brown apples, right? Okay, so we're going to slice this. How thick does it say these need to be sliced? 1/4 of an inch. All right, so we need to slice these at 1/4 of an inch. So that's probably going to be about that thickness. Let's see. So we're going to use the Rapid Prep mandolin for this. Let's see if I can shove these apples in here. These apples are kind of big. Let's see if I can make it work. Hopefully I can. All right, unlock this. There we go. Let's see. Yep, I'd say that's about 1/4 of an inch thick, wouldn't you? All right, there's one apple. We can make this guy fit in here. Another apple. See how fast this is? One of our, by far, favorite products, this apple's wanting to turn, that makes it a whole lot safer for you to slice things, because the blade is what's going over the food instead of your hand going over the blade. I got a piece of apple stuff. There we go. And then our last one. Okay, then next it calls for an onion. And I just have one small piece of red onion left here. It calls for 1/2 of an onion, but I didn't quite have 1/2. And I want to turn this guy a little bit thinner. And I'm going to adjust this one as well. Because this, I want to show you guys, I want more in little pieces. Can you guys see that? How it's coming out in little pieces? So I turned it just so that I would get more of the little pieces of onion instead of big rings. Okay, this one's ready to go in the dishwasher. All right, let's go see how our bacon's looking. Pull you guys over here. Come on a little trip with me. All right, so here we go. Oh, yep, our bacon is almost ready. So we're gonna cook the bacon. We're going to cook the apples and the onions in the bacon grease. I did not say this was the healthiest recipe, but It looked really good. You're supposed to have 6 pieces of bacon. I only had 5, but we are gonna make that work. Oh wait, I got a dog behind me. All right, now let me just grab the brown sugar, because that's the last thing that I need. We're gonna pull this over here. All right, I'm gonna pull you guys back over here for just a second, because I'm gonna show you the cheese grater. So we need to get the cheese grater for our mozzarella cheese. And let's see, I'm done with all of this. Put that one in the garbage. So the cheese grater, it folds closed, so it's super easy to store. There is a food holder that goes with it, but I don't need it. So there's an easy little button that folds it this way. You can open it to an A-frame, or you can take it all the way across the bowl. We're gonna use it as an A-frame. But before I do that, I think our bacon's done. So actually, I'm gonna pull you guys back over here. I need my own little cameraman. Does anybody wanna volunteer? All right, yeah, our bacon is done. So this too can go in the dishwasher. It's all stainless steel. And I used all my tongs today. So I'm using the pasta tongs to fish our bacon out. And we'll let that dry there. And then next we're gonna add our apples. And then 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. Alexa off. All right, let's pull that pizza out of the oven. You guys watch that cook for just a second. Let me pull our pizza out. Oh yeah. The pizza crust is looking pretty yummy. Done. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of brown sugar. And I'm going to show you guys. I don't know if you all can see it. Can you see in there? Can you see my brown sugar keeper that's in there? What's sweet about that is you soak that in water. And so my brown sugar is nice and soft and easy for me to dump. So dump the brown sugar. And then we're going to stir this around for just about 4 or 5 minutes. So this is our apples, our onions, in the bacon grease with a little bit of brown sugar. Let this cook. Yum. And I just have this on like about a medium-high heat. So nothing too high. All right. Now let's come back over here and we'll do the cheese. Pull you guys right here so you can see my little scoop that I used for that. Okay, so you guys have probably heard me say this before, but you want to try not to touch the cheese, because the more that you touch the cheese, the faster the cheese will mold. So if you've ever seen me do any of my little videos with cheese, I just fold the wrapper down like so, and then just grate. Now, you can also use, what was the other cheese that they said you could use? Oh, you could use Gouda. I didn't have any Gouda. I had mozzarella. So we're using mozzarella today. But when it's all finished, you'll see what we're going to top it with, because we're going to actually top it with goat cheese. And you can either use goat cheese, or you can use crumbled gorgonzola, or you can use feta. I actually have feta too, so I could use feta. We're going to grate our cheese here, and then we're ready to put our pizza together. Get all this not all of it grated. We just needed about 4 ounces. So grating your own cheese is not only cheaper, it melts better, it tastes better, way better. And here we go. That should be, let me get a little bit more. And trust me, you can tell the difference. Just the cost of it alone, way cheaper to grate your own cheese. So there's our cheese. Cheese grater can also go in the dishwasher. We'll fold it up, get it out of the way. And then let me stir our mixture around again. How many of you have a drawer full of mixing scrapers? I know I do. All right, ooh, yum. Oh, this is looking yummy. So I don't know, like chemically, I'm not sure what this is doing to the apples, but I can only imagine that with the brown sugar and cooking them a little bit, it's definitely probably making them sweeter. All right, I think that's about ready. Let me pull my pizza back over here so that you guys can see the crust. All right. Here comes our pizza. All right, and then, hang on, I gotta look at the instructions here. Okay, so the cheese does come first. So we're gonna put the cheese on first. Oh yeah, I definitely think I have enough cheese. And again, like I said, you can do this with Gouda, or you can do it with mozzarella. My husband says it smells good. I know that there's not smell-o-vision, but he is saying that it smells good, which is a good sign. All right, so then next, we'll put, running out of space over here. Let me grab our apple mixture. Let me grab a heating pad here. Yep, an oldie but goodie. You guys remember this one? Definitely an old one. Okay. Oh, can you guys see? Look at that. Okay, it really does smell amazing. Seriously. This smells so good. So I also had another idea that I thought I would share. So I personally am trying to cut back a little bit on how much bread that I eat. And so I'm gonna do this. I have some little cauliflower crusts that are already done. So I'm gonna actually try to put some of this on a cauliflower crust and cook it and see how it comes out. So I'm gonna leave some of this mixture in the pan and I'll let you guys know. I wasn't quite brave enough to do that on here with you guys because I wasn't sure how it was gonna come out. So there's a bunch of you guys that are just joining. I can't see the comments because I don't have my glasses on. There's a bunch of you guys that are just joining us. I'm making the bacon apple caramelized pizza. We made our own pizza crust with the 5-minute dough recipe that Pampered Chef has. It's on my website. Just type in 5-minute dough. This has apples and red onion. It's definitely lacking on the onions. I think you need that half of an onion, but like I said, I didn't have a half of an onion, so I was just kind of using what I had. I'm gonna fish out some of this onion here. My husband loves red onion. You guys like red onion? My husband loves it. All right, I think I can stick a few more apple pieces on here. Put one there. And then next is gonna go our crumbled bacon. All right, I think that's all I need to put on there. And if you notice, like I was cooking all that, but the handle's not hot. All right, so let's pull our bacon. We're just gonna crumble this up and put it here on top. And I'm actually just gonna put the bacon maybe only on half. My husband's not a big bacon eater, but he might just have to be tonight. All right. See how crisp the bacon is. Now I could have done the bacon in the air fryer, which is actually where I started to do it, but then I realized I needed to do everything else in the bacon grease. Okay, so this is gonna go back in the oven for about 8 minutes. And when it's done, I'll pull it out and I'll show you guys how I'm gonna top it. And I'm gonna top mine with goat cheese and arugula and a little squeeze of lemon. So I'll be back. I'm gonna stick this in the oven. I don't know how long I've been on here with you guys, but you can see how fast this comes together. And again, it's just another one of these budget-friendly meals that's easy and fast to make. Okay, so I'm back and I'm ready to wrap up this bacon caramelized apple pizza. Here it is. I'll show you guys. This looks amazing. I just took it out. And we're gonna go ahead and top it with some crumbled goat cheese. I also have feta. And there's different cheese choices that you can put on here. I love goat cheese, so I just think this is gonna be amazing. Crumble this up, put it on. Then we're gonna add the arugula. Oh, man down, there we go. And we're gonna add the arugula. I might even put a little bit of feta on here. And a little spritz of lemon all the way around it. And then, guys, this pizza is done. This dinner is done. So, great idea for, you know, dinners on a dime, budget friendly. You know what? I've got some feta. Let's go and put some feta. Hey, you guys are all back. Yay. All right, so I do have some feta. I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of the feta here. And then let's put our arugula. How many of you guys like arugula? I love arugula. It is probably one of my favorite lettuces to eat, or at least it is right now. I go through phases of different lettuces. All right, stick our arugula on there. Gotta have our veggies. Okay, we've already cut our lemon in half. Little hint with this guy, if you've got the citrus press, always put it in upside down. If you put it right side up, you're gonna give yourself a nice little citrus facial. So we're just gonna put just a little squeeze of lemon all the way over it. Then I'm gonna show you guys, let me show you what this looks like. Look at that. Pretty sweet, right? Now I'm gonna show you guys while I was gone, I put together these little cauliflower rounds. Hang on, let me grab, I'll just put it on the table. Can you guys see it? I had these cauliflower rounds that I put the same exact pizza together. So if you're looking for just a little more carb-free, carb-friendly idea, my goat cheese. You could do it on the cauliflower. It does still have the apples, so you're not totally getting away, and it has the brown sugar, so you're definitely not getting away completely. Ooh, come back. From sugars, but if you're trying to get away from flour or from gluten, this would be an option. So I'm gonna put my goat cheese. I don't know, I'm gonna show you guys the pizza again here in a second because that goat cheese is starting to melt. And so these I put in the air fryer, and I'll show you the little cauliflower rounds that I get. They're perfect for little carb-free pizzas. I'm gonna sprinkle some feta on here too. And then my arugula and my little bit of lemon. And then I have my own little, look at that, my own little pizzas made out of cauliflower. There we go. My spritz of lemon. Just a little bit of lemon on there. And it's still kind of hot, but let's see if I can hold it up for you guys to see. And there's my little cauliflower ones. And dinner's done, y'all. Dinner's done. But let me show you the little cauliflower things that I get. Hold on. These are them. They're actually called sandwich thins, but they're made out of cauliflower. You can use them as sandwiches, but you can also use them as little pizza crust. and they work as a great alternative to regular pizza crust. So we have his and hers. Dinner's done. I hope you guys enjoyed this. So I know that we are, because I'm hungry, because it smells amazing. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.